No, but I would say this. A few months ago, I was actually I was interviewed for a long time by somebody from the William Penn Foundation, and they were sort of poking around like, well, if somebody who does what you do, if we were to try and fund blogs and what you were doing, how would that help? And it would help, in the most obvious sense, in that, since the site started a little more than 5 years ago, as we've grown, at this point, we are desperate to do our own reporting. We're tired of linking out to other people. And when we do grab something that we can break, we break it. But like Bruce was saying, reporting is very expensive. And it's not something that we have the money to do. That said, what I told the guy was this. I was like, I don't want grant money to take a client out to lunch or to go see a show. But if there is some way that a rule book could be established for, you are getting a grant to do reporting, maybe just in this arena or in this certain way, and if we find out that you're not doing that, it's done. If this model is going to perpetuate itself, like I think everybody here has been alluding to, a rule book on both sides has to be right there and transparent and in front of anybody who wants to look at it. The other notion that was being batted around was, well, what if William Penn Foundation was to just basically start up its own news organization, which, I think people who work with Penn and Pew have already said as much in various news reports that they don't want to start something that they can't finish. That, how great would it be if William Penn Foundation came along and started a fantastic news gathering and reporting organization only 5 years from now for the money to run out and have the foundations realize that this is something that we can perpetually just push money into. But by the same token, I don't want my organization to grow unnaturally either. If Penn or Pew came to me today and said, we'll give you, $250,000 or whatever it is for the next number of years, my immediate question is like, well, what happens when that money runs out and we can't do that anymore? And the organization hasn't grown enough to sustain that. I'm going to be just like you guys. I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Not to put that point on. I think that, more and more, I feel like Philebrity's slogan should be the old SEPTA slogan, which is we're getting there. Because, we're not going to have the money to do this reporting today or tomorrow, but that is, that's the prize that I've got my eye on, that we're going to be able to not supplant what anybody else does, but to maybe help fill in these enormous gaps that are opening up. That's scary. I think people, when I talk on panels like this, I think people expect me to be like, abolish all of this stuff. It's just going to be all black taco all the time. But really, I think Philebrity right now, for better or for worse, exists in the sort of in the universe of commentary. Well, we can't comment on anything that's not there. Other than to make a daily list of all the awesome news stories we wish we were seeing, but nobody has the money to report.
Right. So there's just not enough Cole Hamel sightings too.
There aren't.
I want to ask you one more question about the foundation notion. It's kind of that,